Welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday everyone. We've got a special video today. We've been asked by one of our new subscribers at Z87. Welcome to the community. I know that you're a part of our BBS community and our YouTube community, so that's much appreciated. This video is for you. He's new to crypto and he's asked us whether we can go over Bitcoin. So what I'm going to do is we'll go over exactly who it was that created Bitcoin, what it is that we know about it. We'll be going over long-term analysis. I've got a couple of videos to show you, and by the end of it I hope you know a little bit more about it and I hope it helps. So this one's for you, mate. Right, okay, I'm on the bitcoin.org website and it's got a nice video in here that I just wanted to show you, and it explains quite nicely what Bitcoin is, but I'll just go over briefly here. Bitcoin is an innovative payment network and a new kind of money. So it uses peer-to-peer technology to operate with no central authority or banks. Managing transactions and issuing of Bitcoins is carried out collectively by the network. Bitcoin is open source, its design is public, nobody owns or controls Bitcoin, and everyone can take part. Though many of its unique properties, Bitcoin allows exciting uses that could not be covered by any previous payment system. So basically what Bitcoin does is it cuts out the middleman, and the middleman's your bank, which is the centralization with standard money, fiat money. There's no middleman, it's peer-to-peer from one person to another person. So it's decentralization, and with nobody knowing who the founder is of Bitcoin, there's no centralization, everything's done on validator nodes. So each validator node or miner that contributes to the network gets payment in Bitcoin. That Bitcoin's released, it's released over a period of time. I think it's 2140 when the last Bitcoin's ever going to be mined, but every 4 years the circulative supply gets reduced, and that's why Bitcoin's got a mechanism with a deflationary value locked into that, which means that the value goes up. So as standard money, fiat money goes down in value the more that it's printed. The mechanism within Bitcoin, without having any centralized interference within that, has a mechanism so that the price goes up. So we'll have a quick look at the video that's on here.
What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the first decentralized digital currency. Bitcoins are digital coins you can send through the internet. Compared to other alternatives, Bitcoins have a number of advantages. Bitcoins are transferred directly from person to person via the net, without going through a bank or clearinghouse. This means that the fees are much lower. You can use them in every country. Your account cannot be frozen, and there are no prerequisites or arbitrary limits. Let's look at how it works. Several currency exchanges exist where you can buy and sell Bitcoins for dollars, euros, and more. Your Bitcoins are kept in your digital wallet on your computer or mobile device. Sending Bitcoins is as simple as sending an email, and you can purchase anything with Bitcoin. The Bitcoin network is secured by individuals called miners. Miners are rewarded newly generated Bitcoins for verifying transactions. After transactions are verified, they are recorded in a transparent public ledger. Bitcoin opens up a whole new platform for innovation. The software is completely open source and anyone can review the code. Bitcoin is changing finance the same way the web changed publishing. When everyone has access to a global market, great ideas flourish. Bitcoins are a great way for businesses to minimize transaction fees. It doesn't cost anything to start accepting them, and it's easy to set up. There are no chargebacks, and you'll get additional business from the Bitcoin economy. For more information about Bitcoin, visit weusecoins.com.
So I hope you like that example. I thought it was a good example anyway, and you'll find that on bitcoin.org. And what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description below for that, so you guys can have a look and see what's on the website for yourself. But there's a couple of things that I wanted to show you as well, and also I just wanted to point something out in that the video was showing it as an innovative payment network and a new kind of money. Well, two things. Firstly, people do see it as an innovative payment of money, and you'll see with the adoption of Bitcoin from countries like El Salvador and other countries looking at making it their official currency or legal tender within the near future. We've got exchange traded funds which are coming out. The most recent one was in Canada during the bull run of 2021, and there's talks of spot exchange funds coming out in the US as well. We did have the futures one, which was accepted previously, and there's a bit of controversy over that. So it's been adopted, and the other reason why it's being adopted, and the more widespread reason now, is that it's a store of value. So although it is a new kind of money, and innovative things like the Lightning Network, which I'll show you later on in the show, have made it a very, very, very fast transactional payment method, a lot of people see with its deflationary mechanism that it's a store of value, or liquid gold you'll quite often hear. So people are using it as a hedge against inflation, against standard fiat money. As that inflates, this deflates, so it's kind of, a lot of people are using that as a hedge and putting a small percentage of their wealth within Bitcoin because of that reason. And this, I just need to point out as well, this is not financial advice, this is educational purposes only. This is what we're looking at, this is what's on websites, what's on tweets, and we'll be looking at some technical analysis at a later date, but it's not financial advice, it's educational and entertainment purposes only. So we'll have a look at a quick tweet now. So this is the tweet that I want to show you, and it's something that I like anyway. At NatBrunel has asked, I asked Sailor how getting into Bitcoin has changed him. I love this answer. We're on the Bitcoin mission with you, Michael. Don't miss the interview and everything happening in the markets with this sell-off. And we'll have a quick look at the video.
If you're working as hard as you can for a decade, and no matter how hard you work, you can't get ahead, and you don't know why, right, then you're kind of stuck in a rut. If you're working as hard as you can for a decade, and you can't get ahead, and you know why, and there's no solution, right, you're despondent. That's just, that's just despair. Right? If you're working as hard as you can for a decade, you can't get ahead, and you figure out why, and then you find something that may be a solution. Right? Now you're in I don't know, what would you call this? Right? It's like you're in a fight. You're in a fight, right? You're fighting, and then if you actually find something that may be a solution and you start to conclude it is the solution, now you're on a mission. It's not a fight anymore, right? It's like, it's just a mission, right? Now it's a mission to spread the word. And I think that is the journey I've gone through. I've gone from frustration to despair to, to aggression to mission.
Right, okay, so we'll go back and previously go over what I mentioned, in that there's two sides to Bitcoin and there's two benefits to different people, and how I see that this is going to be a benefit going forward. So firstly, you've got the underdeveloped nations which don't always have a currency. They've got failed currencies, hyperinflation's taken over, and for whatever reason their currency is being devalued, failed or is failing. That it gives them some hope in that they can contribute with global economics, they can contribute with the world in some way, with peer-to-peer transactions. Someone from an underdeveloped nation in Africa could buy something from someone in the US without any centralized service being in the middle of that, so it's direct peer-to-peer. So for the people in underdeveloped nations and countries like El Salvador, where it's national currency, you can see the need for why it needs to be a fast transactional payment method. But Michael Saylor's certainly in camp store of value, and he always talks about, if you buy something today in Bitcoin, you're going to look back at that and it's going to be an astronomical amount that you've just paid for that item at a later date in time because of the deflationary mechanism that's built into that. So there's two sides to it, and you can see the benefits to both sides. Obviously Michael Saylor's got access to a Western monetary system. Other people in underdeveloped nations don't have that access. But if you think of that in terms of the development of Bitcoin, it's a good thing, because the people that are using it as that transactional payment method are selling it. So they're buying things with that and they're selling it. So it's putting more on the market and giving people more opportunities to participate within the network. So I just wanted to show you both sides of that. And next I'll show you a quick tweet as to how important the Lightning Network is to these underdeveloped nations. And also, more importantly, El Salvador, which is something that's it's took the grass by its neck. It's pushed it forward. They've had lots of stick about it. The IMF were not happy that they did adopt this as legal tender, but they're doing all right so far with that. And I'll go over a quick tweet as to how this benefits them and how easy it is to pay with something over Bitcoin on the Lightning Network. Right, here's an example of the Lightning Network, and it's a tweet that I found by hakan.btc on Twitter, which is his handles at hakan at Tesla, and I'll leave the link in the description of the channel of this tweet as well, so you can go back and have a look at it yourself. But it's a good example of how they've integrated the Lightning Network within El Salvador, and how you just pay for everyday items such as drinks on the Lightning Network quick and fast without any interaction. I mean, when you say decentralization, there's not even a person that's in the middle here. So I'll show you this quick video. It's quite a nice, sums it up quite nicely. Right, okay, next we've got the white paper and who is Satoshi quickly, and then we'll go into some technical analysis. So Bitcoin, peer-to-peer electronic cash system. We've got the white paper here, which is a lengthy read, but also a very good read, an inspirational read. So what I'll do is I'll leave the link to this, and you can download your own PDF copy and read it at your own leisure, parts of it that might be interesting to you, or you can just go over it. But we'll say we've just got a clip here as to who is Satoshi Nakamoto. And I want to ask you guys, who do you think Satoshi Nakamoto is? We've got a couple of suspects here, Dorian Nakamoto, and if you Google this or look at a couple of YouTube videos, you'll see quite a funny story where people thought that he was Satoshi, his middle name Satoshi, and the press were at his doorstep, and he said, the first person that buys me lunch, I'll tell you everything. So they bought him lunch and he said, I'm not Satoshi, which was quite funny. We've got Craig Wright as well, who's the self-proclaimer of Bitcoin, and there's lots of evidence to say that it's not him. We've got Hal Finney and Nick Szabo. So go and do your own research, guys, and let me know. Firstly, drop a 1 in the comment if you think you know who he is, and let me know who you think he is. And secondly, just drop a 2 in the comments if you think that you don't know, but you would love to, and we can do a little bit more investigating into that. So that's who is Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, and like I said, the white paper, I'll leave the link below and you can go over and read it at your own leisure. I just want to talk about the competition that we were running yesterday for an NFT giveaway, and I'll just go over a quick clip from yesterday, and you can go over, and if you go into the comments, you need 30 comments, and as soon as we get 30 comments, we're going to pick a winner out of that, and we'll be doing an NFT giveaway. So I'll just go over yesterday's clip. So NFT giveaway, this is what everybody wants, and the rules are, so we bought a series of NFTs, some crypto bunnies. We bought a baby Spider-Man, mainly crypto bunnies, but we've got a bit more of a special one here, this far out floating one. And what we're going to do is, over the coming couple of weeks, each time that we hit 30 comments, we're going to be putting the people that subscribed only subscribers that have commented onto a raffle, and it's going to be drawn on the following episode. So we'll draw it on the following episode. We'll find a way to do it full and transparent, and we'll be giving them away over the coming weeks. Once we hit 750 subscribers, currently 540 I think, we're going to be giving away this one.
Wonder why everything's changed. Everybody want the same thing. Funny what they do for the fame. Everybody looking for somebody to blame. Wonder why everything's changed. Everybody want the same thing.
That was my... So if you do want a chance to win that NFT, guys, and you like one of them, go and have a look at yesterday's video, the Solana video. Leave a comment on there. Once we get 30 comments, that means you've got a 1 in 30 chance of getting the NFT. Once we've got the 30 comments, we'll be drawing it on the next show. We'll do it in a full and transparent way, so it's fair to everyone. Let us know anything. How did you get into crypto? Let us know exactly what it is that you like about it. Let us know your experience so far. Are you new to it? Have you been wrecked before? Did you invest in tokens such as Luna, and have you lost lots of money? Let us all know, guys. We can all help each other out. So I've got Bitcoin here on the weekly chart, and this is the logarithmic chart, guys, so I thought I'd show you something different, so it puts it in a bit more perspective. Got the logarithmic chart, and we've seen Bitcoin back in October 2010 trading at 1 cent, so you wouldn't mind 5 cents worth back then. Bitcoin made its highs in November last year in 2021, following the 2021 bull run at 69,000, just over 69,000, and this is on the Binance chart. So that's the logarithmic, and if we put it back onto the normal, you can see the 2013 bull run and the 2017 bull run looks nothing compared to what we've just had here. And like I say, it just puts things into more, the logarithmic puts things more into a perspective. So we'll have a quick look at Bitcoin on the shorter term. And we've been talking about this in the channel for the last few days now, the levels that we want to be holding. And you can see that we've got, we'll have a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, we can see we've got a bit of a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders playing out here, and if we manage to close above this here, this level here, signalled by the momentum trend line, we could be looking at be looking at testing levels back up to the 33,529 to the 35,663. So we've had quite a bit of downwards action. This is the 4 hour. We'll have a quick look on the daily, and these are the areas that we need to be holding now. And ultimately, if we manage to get the volume spike, we've got a couple of reversal signals at the moment. We've got the 2 capitulations here, and we know that we're not allowed to close below this level here, which is 28,932, and that's in line with the June 2021 lows. So we can't break and close below that, otherwise we're likely to see more downwards price action. And there's not many levels below us now before 22 as far as bearish price action is concerned. If we can't hold this level here, we're likely to go back down and retest lower levels, and like I say, there's not much support and resistance being built up between where we are now at 30 or just under 29 and the lower levels of 22,000, just a bit higher than the 2017 bull run. So this is an important level for us, and we've seen strength here, we've seen strength here. It's being pushed up, rejected by the bears here, sell wall, push back down to the start of the day, and what we'd like to see here is the break. We've seen on the 4 hour that we need the break, and we've got the head and shoulders playing out on the 4 hour. If we do manage to get that, we can come back and test these areas here. Are we likely to come back and test these areas here anytime soon? We just have to see. Tomorrow's Monday. You do likely get to see as to which direction the week's going to start, or which direction the week's going to move on a Monday. So if there's plenty of bullish action tomorrow, and we manage to regain these levels, we can start observing and looking at whether the market's going to reverse short term, and we can see a little bit of bullish action for a couple of weeks, but observing at the moment. We need to hold these important levels, and we can just watch, and we're not counter trending, like I mentioned in the previous video. Trend's your friend to the bend at the end. Swim with the whales. Don't swim against the whales. These guys have got a lot more money than people that are watching this channel, I'm sure. A lot more money than what I've got, and they can move the market. We can't, guys, so we need to move with them. None of this investment advice as always. So we're on this journey together. We can just observe, find out when we've got opportunities in the market, where we can accumulate in the market, where I'll be accumulating in the market, and we can do it together. Hope you like the video, guys. Many thanks. Subscribe to the channel. Share with your friends if you think it's of interest to any of you guys. Like I say, it's Z87 that's requested this video. Thank you for you. If anybody else would like us to do any specific videos on altcoins, blockchain technology, anything whatsoever in connection with this space, we'll be happy to. Just drop it in the comments. Don't forget, go back into yesterday's video and drop a message in the comments, and we'll be doing the NFT giveaway shortly. Thanks for watching, guys. Many thanks. Bye now.